during a call, and I just started talking about Mac Miller. Oh
Like,
no, I started talking about
X. To
X.
be fair,
It was
yeah, he was
X.
talking about X, and I was on.
I
On
never
Mac
shut the
Miller
fuck
wave.
up about X. So bad. Yeah,
Right, let's
anyway.
get this going then.
All right, yeah. Dropout podcast. Welcome back. Everything that we just mentioned, that's just going to be in the intro.
Is it?
Yeah, it's fuck it. I talk
enough.
way too much. Yeah, this is
Go from there, though.
this is Brandon, or what do you want to be called, Brandon? Go on, tell me.
Brandon's calm, man.
Brandon,
Let's just leave it at that, I reckon.
All right. Yeah, just gonna talk
This is my
about.
first time, by the way, meeting
Oh yeah, this is the
Brandon.
first time
Yeah,
we're meeting
yeah,
and
yeah.
shit. So tell us about yourself, Brandon.
Alright.
No, he's even got the music studio in the background. He's just trying to
Yeah.
flex, bro. Look at
No.
it. I know exactly what's going through his head.
What's going through my head? I just thinking like, how do I respond to that question? I'm just a normal dude, you know.
What
live
do
in
you do though?
Manchester.
Like, you're in university, right?
Yeah, just coming out of my final year of university now. Done a management, international business, and economics degree, which is boring, but it's what it is, isn't it? But make music as well. So
How long have you been doing that though? Music? Because that was news to me.
Music is like taking it seriously, like not even that long really, like taking it properly seriously. You know, like when I started like thinking about it a bit more, like trying
When you sent me like your music, I can't remember how long ago. That was like maybe a few months ago, maybe.
Yeah.
Was that when you were taking it seriously?
Nah, not really. So
Oh shit. Okay.
So like I would say I only really started taking it seriously in like the last couple of weeks, honestly.
Yeah. Because you
Yeah,
drop. I keep getting a SoundCloud notification on my phone almost every fucking day.
Yeah, right,
saying that
yeah.
you've uploaded like a demo or like a
Yeah.
track or shit like that. That's
Like
hard effort, bro.
I was like sort of like always through uni. I was always saying, right, so I've got like 3 years of uni, and at this point, like I've got all the time in the world, so I can make music while I'm at uni, and hopefully, you know, improve, I guess. But it sort of got to my third year of uni, and I'd sort of like dropped like 10 tracks or something, and I wasn't really impressed with any of them. I wasn't happy with any of them. I was like, yo, shit, I've sort of wasted all this time. I could have been doing it. So like COVID's sort of been a blessing in some ways that I'm sort of stuck inside. So it just gives me the time to like actually do shit
You've
that I
been
want
doing
to
it
do.
like I said, you get messages. I get messages on my phone saying upload something new every fucking day.
Yeah,
and I listen to it and then I like it. I'm just like, oh damn. Even when we're playing games and shit like that, you'll leave and be like, gotta go do music.
Yeah,
which is sick.
I just right now it's like if I got the time on my hands, it's like I might as well do it, and I'm enjoying it. You know what I mean? Like it's not really like I'm forcing myself to do it. It's just I want to do it.
Yeah.
So I'm in a sort of decent position in that sort of sense. But
do you record there then? Like obviously like right behind you?
Yeah, pretty much. Like sometimes I'll move this around and I'll like have my like lyrics or whatever on my screen, and like but yeah, just here, just at my home right now. Like so.
So have you ever had a chance to like work like within a studio? So have you got like sort of have you dipped your toe in it, or have you just made music in the house?
Not for a long time. Like I did GCSE music, and back then, like we had a studio at school and stuff like that. So I had experience working in like that sort of environment, and I've got a couple of friends that have better studio setups than me. But no, like since I've been really into music, it's just really like sort of a DIY sort of thing. Like
So do you like music wise then? Who do you like try and not emulate or like copy?
Who do you
but,
look
like,
up to?
Inspiration, yeah.
Definitely like Kota the Friend. If you know Kota the Friend, like I really like sort of like lo-fi, like Mac Miller, sort of like Kofi Stone would be someone like in the UK scene. Like it's not as well known as like other people in the UK scene, but I'd say like the closest to me in the UK scene is probably like Kofi Stone, because like I'm not dropping like grime tracks and stuff like that. I'm dropping sort of like lo-fi hip hop sort of tracks, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So.
Because that's what it seems to be. Like that's what everyone kind of looks to for the UK for music wise, isn't it? Really, they kind of look for grime and they expect more of that type of vibe. But when it's more of like a lo-fi, like old, like sort of throwback to the '90s sort of hip hop, it's always quite nice. Like there's a lot of lyricists. Do you consider yourself like a lyricist, or would you consider yourself like more like a storyteller? What would you say you try and like do?
Honestly, like there's definitely songs I've wrote which are very like heavy lyrically, but I'd probably just say like I guess I'd appeal mostly to just stoners, you know what I mean? Like it's sort of
Yeah.
like it's sort of just like a chill song to have in the background when people are having a bun up. So that's like I was never really going to be looking at the grime scene and thinking, yo, I can do that sort of music because I haven't lived that life. So it was never
Yeah.
really like a case of that. It was sort of like really like this style of music. I really like that chill sort of music, you know, you can have in the background, or if you want to listen to it on a reel, you can listen to it on a reel and you sort of
Yeah.
discover like hidden meanings in it. That's what I really like about
Yeah.
that sort of style of music, and I feel like it gives you that creativity to explore like
Yeah.
different because like anyone can make music really, but like a proper like lo-fi chill song with hidden meanings, I think that's hard. So
Yeah. Do you listen to a lot of lo-fi then, Liam, or like what do you listen to mainly? I know you listen to a lot, but
I listen to like I don't even know. Sorry, I listen to damn, that's a hard question. I listen
no, it's
to
not.
I just listen to rap, bro.
How is that a hard question?
Yo,
it's like
Brandon,
the easiest question
Brandon,
to be asked.
bro, do you do any drugs, Brandon?
Do I?
Yeah.
No, man.
No, me
My mum
neither.
might
Me
watch this,
neither.
man. Like,
Yeah, me
come on
neither.
out here.
I don't do that either.
Good.
Bad for you.
Exactly. So do you so when you started doing music then, have you done it with a few people? Have you like you had a chance to like be able to like learn off someone like hand to hand, or have you just kind of given it a go? Like, do you know what I mean? Have you had mentorship or anything?
uh,
Yeah, do you do it
I'd say,
alone?
yeah, pretty much. Like everything I've learned in terms of production and all that sort of stuff is like alone. But like I had formal like music lessons and instruments like back in the day. Uh, I didn't really practice that shit like back then, and it's like now I think back and I think, yo, if I'd practiced all that, it would be so
Yeah.
helpful now, obviously. But no, yeah, like all my production or everything like that is just like YouTube videos, honestly.
Is it?
Yeah, like the amount of amazing resources on YouTube is insane. Like you can
Yeah.
teach yourself anything really nowadays, can't you? Like if you want to. If like
Yeah.
if you don't have a passion for something, like people there's always gonna be people out there that like will say that, oh, I want to do music, but then they'll never put in the effort to go through those YouTube videos, you know, put in that time
Yeah.
to like figure
Like
it out.
learning how
So
to produce that.
yeah,
Make your own beats,
'Cause
bro. That's
you've done it now,
long.
Liam, haven't you?
Yeah,
Not made
I
beats,
started
you
learning. I tried learning beats, and that's long. It's
that is
so
long,
long.
bro. It's so
So
hard.
long.
It's so much easier to like. That's why, like right now, like all the demos I'm putting up, it's just like beats I find online because I'm still learning that craft
Yeah.
of beat making.
Yeah.
Because beat making is
It's
just
so hard, bro.
such a hard thing to do
Is it?
well.
It's something I wanted to do, like, because
Yeah,
I'm a
you said
dancer as
that.
well, so like I've wanted to be able to do that for like a long time because this dance nowadays, like in the hip hop community, like in the UK, is more. A lot of dancers kind of tend to like branch out into other things, so they may go into like stage directing, or they'll go into performance management or something like that. But a lot of them make a lot of music, and it's really good because they have the ear for it. Do you know what I mean? When they appreciate music,
Yeah,
because Manchester, like they've got like
You're from
it's a heavy.
Manchester, right?
I live in
Yeah.
Manchester,
Yeah.
So
Where were you
where you
born,
from
though?
originally?
East Yorkshire, near Hull. So
Oh, right, okay. So
yeah,
you moved up to Manchester for uni, then, did you?
yeah.
So do you like where you live in Manchester? Like, do you enjoy it?
I love Manchester. Like, I'm sort of sad that like it's coming to an end. Sort of came to
Yeah.
an end abruptly with like COVID and that. Like, my end of uni was sort of just like, yeah, it's done. Like, so
Yeah, because we spoke about this like the past 2 times on the podcast, but having someone going through it right now in the third year uni, that must be like fucking. You must be like, oh fuck, like that's just gone, is it? That's just done.
yeah. I remember like we had a group meeting, right? So this we had a group presentation which was worth 40% of our like final grade in this module, and we had this meeting because we had to present it on like Friday or whatever. We get an
Yeah.
email while we're in this meeting, and it's saying, right, the business school will close today at 5 o'clock and it will not reopen this year.
Shit.
And then we got an email from like our course director like the next day saying like, oh, this is how this is going to happen. You've got to like email in your presentation or whatever, and we'll mark it as if like we'll mark it on content or whatever. But like, yeah, it was like literally like from a week, 2 weeks previously, where me and my mates were joking, oh yeah, uni's gonna get cancelled for COVID. Like 2 weeks later, it was like, yeah,
Yeah,
like uni's over. Like like you are done. You are done out here. So it's like, well,
You are done out here.
Yeah, literally,
The
man. Like,
emails is you are done out here.
I mean, to be honest, right? Like that's good communication from Manchester. Like they're a shit uni for communication. Like I still don't know what's going on with like 3 of my exams, which I'm supposed to take this semester, and they're supposed to be happening within like 2 weeks. So
Shit. So unis then. So at the moment, are you taking it as it's just completely done? So you're not doing those exams?
Nah, like I've got to do the exams, but basically, so as long as you pass that exam, as long as you get a 40% in that exam, they bump it up to what they've worked out as a baseline mark, and it's just like your average mark over like the years that have mattered. So I'm in a position where I need to do well in like maybe 1 module, maybe 2 modules, and then just get my baseline marks, and then I'm sorted overall. I'll get my 2-1 and I'm calm. So I'm taking a couple modules still a little bit seriously, and then the others I'm just like whatever about. Like, so.
My friend, because my friend went, a few of my friends have actually been up to Manchester for dance. They went to, I think it was Shock Out. I think that's the dance school up there. I don't know for sure, but they've all lived up there. Like my friend Charlie Perkins lived up there. He was so. Do you mind me asking? Were you up there for the when the Ariana Grande bombing happened? Were you up there then?
No, that was the year before I moved up there. So.
Oh right. My friend was up there. He dances up when he lived up there. He danced up there, but he was living up there. So do you live with other members like of your household, or like do you live in like dorms or something?
So lived in dorms first year obviously, and then like second year I lived in a 4-man house, and then this year I just lived in a flat with my like one other mate. So but now like since COVID, he's Northern Irish, so he went back to like Northern Ireland and that, and I've just been alone since then.
So did you obviously decided to stay there then? So like, are you looking to go home, or are you gonna just stay there?
You see, like at the time, so my mum's an at-risk person, so like at the time I didn't like want to go home because like I didn't want to like, and also my like little nephew lives at home, so it's like as much as I love him to pieces, it's like, yo, can I be around a 3-year-old all the time? Not really. So I wanted to like live out the last couple of months of my tenancy, but my tenancy comes to an end next month, and I'm gonna have to move out then. So it's just one of those.
Does that feel weird?
It's sort of strange, like because I'm not coming back to Manchester either, so I'm moving down to London for my graduate role. So it's like this is I never really get like a last night out in Manchester. You know what I mean? Like it's sort of like it's all sort of strange, like, but it's one of those, isn't it? Like no one would have like expected this like 4 months ago.
I said to Liam just before we came on the call, I was like, I find it so weird that we're still living like this. Like it's so weird to be seeing everything closed, no one's outdoors, people are like keeping their distance. Some people are freaking out for no reason though. Some people are getting really stressed, like for fuck nothing over anything. Like it's weird to me.
I feel the whole situation's weird. It's just boring as well. I'm done with it now. Like, I just want to be doing something different. I'm sick of being in these 4 walls as well. Like, because I don't really use any other room in my flat at the moment because it's like my computer's in here, so if I'm playing games, it's in here. All my music stuff's in here, so if I'm making music, I'm in here. So it's just like my life just basically is in my bedroom because I don't need to use the living room because my flatmate's not here to hang out with or anything like that.
Yeah,
it's just one of those.
Have you made a lot more music now then?
Oh yeah, 100%. Like as Liam says, I've been dropping a demo a day recently, so I'm trying to keep that going for as long as possible. The original goal was 100 days, 100 demos, but I've already missed a day, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure how well that's going, really. But but that's more just it's more because I like previously I'd released music on Spotify and then I'd taken it off Spotify, and this is now just like after the 100 days, I want to be at a point where like the music in terms of like vocal production and all that sort of side of it is at a point where I can then release those songs on Spotify, like because obviously like 100 songs at that point you've learned so much. Like you definitely learn infinite amounts, like more than you would have known on your first song of the 100 days process. So and like if I drop a song on like the first day of the process and the song's really good, but then like in 100 days time I can make it so much better because I understand so much more about the production side of it, then that's like obviously the winner. So that's where I'll move into, I feel.
Do you believe in aliens?
I do, bro. Definitely.
Bro, did you see
Definitely.
that shit? That
Yeah, man. Yeah,
that's
they
fucking
released it,
wild,
didn't
bro.
they?
I know.
Yeah, that was. I think that that got
Oh
swept
no.
under the rug quite quickly. Everyone was like stressed about
Yeah.
COVID, but that was like in a normal day, we'd have been like, "Wait, what the fuck?"
Crazy.
They released official footage of it.
Bro.
You know they thought, right, we've been sitting on this for years, bro. Like, but no
Yeah.
one cares right now because of COVID. We're gonna drop it now, and it's like no one's gonna
Yeah.
give a fuck.
Bro,
about
mate,
that.
I think that the alien's gonna come down and help us.
Uh,
That's what I think. I reckon the aliens are gonna come down. They see that we're struggling, like, because we got COVID going on. They're gonna be like, we got the cure and stuff, and bless us, you know.
What if they like put COVID on this earth in the first place, dude?
that would freak me out.
Then they're sickos, bro. They're sickos. The sickos.
Have I know Liam hasn't started it yet, but have you seen the Midnight Gospel on Netflix yet?
I have. I've seen like 3 episodes, I believe. In,
Jesus Christ,
What's
it's
the hype
incredible.
with the show?
bro, it's good. It's
It
a
is
podcast
good. It is good. It is a podcast. It's just a podcast with like some crazy visuals.
animation. So like you're like when you're watching it, like they're talking about really
You
deep
can. It's
conversations.
like you and you had they're having a conversation, but it's like they're following the conversation through animation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've literally hit the nail on the head.
That's Brady, bro. They got a big 5 head.
It's
Very
really it's really good. Like the first episode was really good.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you haven't watched it, Liam.
I've
You
been
really
watching
should.
because, bro, Cameron keeps messaging me and be like, "Watch the Clone Wars." I'm not watching the Clone Wars. So,
I haven't watched that yet. Is that worth investing in?
not now, bro. I'm on season 2, and it's like it's nothing to be excited about.
Oh, all right.
But he says again. He said, "Bro, do you know what I hate is when someone tells you this is kind of backhanding me, but someone tells you that a show gets good at like season 4." Like, bro, so I gotta watch 4 seasons of like of this shit for me to be entertained? Like, no,
Yeah.
like
that
that's
was
dumb.
that was me when I started with I'm not sure if you guys watch it, but Trailer Park Boys. One of my like friends who like is a smoker, he was like, "Yeah, it's really good." And I was watching it, I was like, "Yeah, this show is trash, bro." Like, and I hit him up like, "Yeah, this show is trash." He's like, "Yeah, it gets real good about like season 5." You want me to put in that much time
Yeah,
to get like to enjoy the show? Like, it's not happening. Like,
so dumb.
I like shows that get you like interested from the first episode and it keeps going. Do you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
like
pilot
I hate
episodes.
I hate a slow build. Like it's actually what's really funny. I don't know whether or not either of you have seen it. Afterlife. Have you seen Afterlife?
I have seen
Ricky
Afterlife.
Gervais' show.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh man, that's a brilliant show. I haven't started season 2, but that's a brilliant show.
I
in my
heard it
opinion.
was
Ricky
really
Gervais.
emotional, so I didn't watch it.
It is emotional.
Yeah,
it
it
is
is
emotional.
Yeah, I
emotional.
can't be asked for that, bro. I know I'll cry.
But there's like,
I know I'll cry. I can't be
dark,
asked.
it's dark comedy. It's interesting.
Yeah, and I just hear that people are dying and stuff like that, and I'm just like, ah, that's peak. You know what I'm saying?
So, you know, you two were saying that you had a conversation the other day about was it about X and Mac Miller?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, bro. Whenever, all like Brandon's like, so like it's hard to explain here, but like, Theo is like my IRL mate, right? And then Brandon is one of my online friends, but he's grouped with a bunch of my other online friends, right? This big group of us, right?
So have you guys met then?
Me and Brandon haven't. No,
No,
No.
never met.
I've
You've
met.
never met?
No.
I've
Oh,
met.
shit, I didn't know that.
Have
We've
you
known
met
each
anyone?
other. Nah, bro. I've known those guys for what, like
7
I've known those
years,
guys
probably.
6 years, and I never met one of them. Like, I've always just things have
Wow.
always come up at the time, like when they
We
were
went to
meeting and
Leicester
that,
New
so-
Year's.
Yeah, but I went to my girlfriend's
Oh,
for
I
New
hate
Year's.
them.
So,
I hate them. Don't even mention the word girlfriends. Jesus.
We've been down some dark holes on this podcast with ex-girlfriends. Oh shit, we're not going back there. But I didn't know you guys have never met. Then.
Never met in person. No, yeah.
Wow, shit.
But yeah, what was I saying?
Music about I'm your.
Oh,
in life.
yeah. So everyone like I think it's like a fucking meme on our Disco. Like whenever like as soon as I talk about X too much. Like there was periods where I talk about X so fucking much, it would just become so annoying. Maybe I just noticed it myself. But whenever somebody starts talking about music or like related to X, I start fanboying. I start fucking talking about for like half an hour, and then we start talking about like Mac. And then I was just
Yeah,
like,
I'm like the opposite of you in the sense that like while you fanboy about like X, I'll fanboy about Max.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
like, yeah.
I think Mac Miller was one of like them ones that was I really appreciated like what he did, like how he raps and like what he did with when he rapped. Like his style was very like old school, but it was like sort of like incorporated with the new style. Yeah, it was nice. It was.
Yeah.
I've been listening to the Kids album like recently.
Me
'cause
too, bro. Me
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
They re-released it, didn't they, on like
Yeah,
on all the
on everything.
streaming
Yeah.
platforms. So I blasted that for ages, and I was like, I was appreciating like all the songs.
The
And he's
song,
got some absolute bangers.
bro. The song.
Like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
The what was it called? Let me quickly look it up. Oh, where is it?
can you play it?
No, I can't play it, but I can. I'm just trying to.
Shit.
I'm just trying to get the song name, and you'll know it, bro. It's fucking hard.
Nike's on my feet.
No. The spins, bro.
Yeah,
That is
yeah,
so good.
yeah,
And don't
yeah,
mind if I do when he uses Now City beat, bro. Insane.
Yeah,
Crazy.
That's
crazy.
mad, bro. Yeah, insane.
Yeah. Fuck. How old was he when he passed away? Then he was 30, wasn't he, or 32?
26.
No, he's 26, bro.
26.
He didn't
Yeah,
make the
26.
27 club.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It's so sad. Like because me and Liam speak about music a lot. But every time like someone's passed away, I've always like hit up Liam. We've always been like, that's fucking crazy. Like everyone that's been, I remember. I think I texted you like 2 minutes afterwards after X died. I think
Yeah.
because I saw it. Like I
was
remember like
devastated. Bro, I was ruined, bro. I was so sad.
Yeah.
I was like, no fucking way.
It's weird.
No, I was like, no fucking way.
Happens so much as well. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know him, but like, I was going through an old playlist the other day on YouTube, like an old music playlist on one of my old accounts, and it had this rapper called E Double, and I couldn't even remember the
bro.
guy.
E Double
And I
was
was
so
listening.
good. Be a king,
Yeah,
bro.
E Double.
He's
Yeah.
fire. E Double was. I was a big fan of
The
E
guy
Double.
died like 3 years ago, man.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
and I was
because
just
of an
like, what?
infection.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah, I was
infection,
like,
yeah.
what? Really?
Yeah,
Like,
so sad.
and you just so many of these like artists you grew up with and like you listen to, and then like you really care about, and then like they're just gone. Like it's just like, yo, what?
Yeah.
E Double had a
The Pop
series
Smoke
called
one was
Freestyle
recently.
Fridays. Did you ever listen to Freestyle Fridays?
Yeah. Freestyle Fridays is
That-
why I knew the guy.
Yeah, he was. I loved it though. Oh man, I was so sad when he died too. What were you saying, Theo? I interrupted
Pop
you.
Smoke was only 20.
Pop
No,
Smoke.
I was gonna say about he was only 20, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 20.
Yeah, that's sad too.
I that was weird. That hit like because I remember 2 days before I taught a class to like a Pop Smoke track, and I was like, I said to all the kids I taught, I was like, he's a really good artist, listen to him. And then 2 days later, he was dead. I was like, fuck.
Yeah. You told me about Pop Smoke, and then like a week later, he died.
Yeah.
I was like,
Fucking-
oh, great.
So sad.
So strange.
Yeah,
Like,
it's weird.
It's more as sad as it sounds, but it's more American artists.
Oh yeah.
I know like there's a lot of like there's a lot of UK
like
artists,
Cadet.
especially like in do you know what I mean? But that Cadet one he was in a taxi. He was in a taxi when he.
Yeah. It was
yeah,
a
he'd just
taxi.
been at a show. Like he'd been at a show at a club.
Yeah,
he was going to a
to the
different
next
club
one,
to do
yeah.
a different show. Like he was doing 2 shows back to back, and like on the way he died.
That's
mad.
fucking. That's terrifying. To think that you can just go like within like a second. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Have you done any shows?
No, not yet. I'm hoping to this year.
Would you ever
though.
do
Well,
like a live gig? You know, when you go to like a bar or like a.
Yeah,
you ever do
definitely.
It's balls. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I think my goal by the end of this year is to start. Like, hopefully, assuming like bars are open by the end of this year,
Oh, yeah,
who knows
yeah.
what's gonna happen? Like, but yeah, I'd love to do a show. Like I'd sort of grown up around like performance and like different performing arts sort of stuff. I was doing like I did like theatre shows and stuff like that when I was a kid. You know, like I've done like big, like we did like a huge thing in my town where like it was like I can't remember what it was, but it was some sort of like memorial or something like, or like some sort of special day. And like there was bare people in like the town square and that, and we had like a big stage, and it was like my theatre group, and it was like there was me and 2 others, and it was like we were like the leads, and then like the chorus in the background, we was like performing in there and that. But like I haven't really performed in about 4 or 5 years now, so it's like sort of like I'd love to get like into it, and especially with like how I've grown as a person, because I've definitely changed so much since coming to uni. Like my music taste, like what I really
you
like,
used to be a
fuck
real
with and
pussy,
stuff.
bro.
Yeah, man. Like back in the Minecraft days on YouTube and that, I used to hate you, dude.
Yeah,
Me
I
and
know,
you had
bro.
beef in Minecraft days, bro. Like,
No.
So that's how you met then through games, was it?
Yeah,
When did we get like close, bro?
well, like I knew you because I was friends with Chisel.
Yes. Oh, bro.
And
I made a video
yeah.
with Chisel like 5 months ago. You know. I still talk to
Swear
Chisel.
down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I still talk to Chisel.
I was real tight with Chisel, and that's how I knew of you.
Oh shit! I thought you knew me from different ways.
No, I always knew you through Chisel.
Why didn't you like me?
Nah, I was only messing, man. Like, it's fake beef, bro. Like,
All right, fair. I don't think
Nah,
many
like,
people liked me back then.
yeah, you was too successful in our small Minecraft community.
I mean, I was
everyone
banging it, bro. My
jealous, like,
Minecraft commentaries were off the roof, bro. I was
bro, like,
top
I was
10,
hitting
bro.
like 100 subs while you was hitting like 1,000, bro. Like, come on, man. Like,
Yeah,
those levels.
I was chiefing it, bro. I was so happy. Yeah.
I think you've changed loads, Liam. I gotta be honest. Over the years I've known you as well, like you've
I'm
completely
a massive
changed.
I
No, man. That's not what I was saying. but yeah.
wasn't either.
No.
I actually find it quite funny when you like look back at like Liam, like for yourself, or like some people will for me, like in secondary school, like to like start of secondary school, probably like middle, even towards the end, I was probably like I was always that nerdy kid, you know, I was playing video
Yeah.
game, you know, like
That's it.
and now like no one would ever say, you know, like all these people that knew me in secondary school, like they're like they wouldn't even know who I would be, you know, like who I am
Yeah.
anymore, if you get me, like because it's mad how like you can change in such a short amount of time and you don't even realize you're changing yourself, but like
Yeah.
it's just like life experiences and stuff, like they really do change you, like
Oh yeah,
really
yeah.
quick.
Oh, for
like,
sure. Yeah.
like,
Like
it's
dramatic life
mad.
experiences, like or trauma, like it changes you like so
Yeah.
like tremendously as a person. Even if like you have like something traumatic happens to you, and then a few years later, like you realize like what happened, it's traumatizing as well. Like realizing the past as well fucks you up, bro. It changes you. Traumas change you dramatically.
I don't think you even really noticed either. Like
Yeah.
I feel like it's when other people tell you. Like I had
They tell you what's like normal, like what's in normality, and it's just like shit. I didn't have like a normal fucking
yeah.
experience with something.
Yeah, definitely. Like I remember a girl saying to me one time, she was like, "Yeah, like I feel like since I've known you, like over like this 6 months, I feel like you've got like a lot darker in your thoughts." And it was like I hadn't even noticed that change in myself, but like I'd gone through some stuff in that time, and she'd like noticed like I wasn't, you know, like the same person I was 6 months ago, and it's like, yo, what the fuck? Like, how can
Yeah.
I change so much without even noticing, but the people around me can notice that? Like, it
Mm.
blows my mind. Like,
Can you look back now and appreciate those like dark time or whatever like changed you? Do you appreciate it more now like than you did previously?
yeah, I guess. Like, I'm happy with who I am as a person. I'm happy the growth I've gone through as a person. But like, if I could go back and change some events that have happened in my life, without a doubt, I'd change it. Like,
Yeah.
probably. Actually, no. Even saying that, no, because like at the end of the day, every event has got like its outcomes, and like obviously outcomes can be very positive. So, you know what?
Yeah.
I'll
Do you
I'll give
live-
you it. Like,
would
I
you
wouldn't
s-
change anything.
Would you say that you live without regret, or do you regret things that you've done in your life? Oh, this is getting so deep.
I regret. There's definitely people I regret mistreating, but I wouldn't say I live with regrets. Like it's not like there's definitely some girls that like probably like I wasn't the nicest guy to, in all honesty, and like I do regret that looking back. Like I wish I had treated them better, but like you can't like focus on like every
Yeah,
bad decision you ever make, because like at the end of the day, like life's about learning, isn't it? Like you can't,
Yeah.
if you just focus on every bad decision you never learn from them, like then you're not going anywhere. But if you can make a bad decision, look back and think, yeah, I shouldn't have done that, then that's where you can see your personal growth in a sense, because like that it's a positive, isn't it? Like obviously someone got hurt or whatever, but
I'm just glad that you got away with it, like, you know.
yeah, man, like
That
man,
murder,
like,
man.
I thought those feds were on me for so long, man. Like,
Fucking hell.
you know when a
Jesus
car pulls up next to you on the road and
Yeah,
you're
it's
like,
just like,
oh,
shit, is this the
they
time?
know.
Oh no.
What's one thing that you would do you miss anything like from where you live back at home, or do you appreciate more of like a city life, a bigger city? Because Manchester's massive. It's
Yeah.
it's big, isn't it?
I love, like, I'm really, there's very few people in my home, like out of my secondary school friends, like in Hull, in like the town I grew up in, I really like fuck with anymore. Like, I guess how I changed while they changed, like, not saying it was a bad thing on either parts, we just went in different directions. So I much prefer Manchester now. I feel like that's like a big city's where I need to be. Like it's just for me. Like some people prefer to be in like a smaller city like Hull, you know, in the town surrounding it and that. But like, there's nothing really like other than my family. There's nothing really that would ever make me want to go back there. Honestly, like for an extended period of time. Like I've still got some boys there, like who are calm as hell. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'll pull up there and I'll hang out with them. But in the like, you know, when you like, I'd say the best way to describe it is, you know, when you're in the supermarket and you see someone you knew from like time ago, and you just can't be asked making pleasantries with them, and you sort of like you're like pulling your cap down, you're looking at that, looking at
Yeah.
your feet so they don't notice you. I'd say that's like the majority of my hometown. I wouldn't really want to like have to even
I'd
talk
say,
to like,
yeah, I'd say that
I
the same
distance
people from like
myself as well.
school.
Yeah.
I won't want people from school to see me. Because, like, you know, if they were my friend after school, why would I want to be their friend now? Yeah, I was the nerdy kid, but look at me now, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, you are a big chillin', man. Like,
You know what I'm saying? Just like, fuck them, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah.
Yeah.
Don't mess with me back then, don't mess with me now. It's the ball's in my court, bro.
yeah, literally.
Yeah. Pagans,
But
bro.
I knew a guy. I ran into him in a club, right? And this guy gave me hell all through secondary school. He fucking hated me. I don't know why he hated me to this day, but he hated me, bro. And I ran into him in a club, like probably not last summer, not last summer, the summer before now. But he was like, "Oh, how are you doing, man?" Like, "Oh yeah," like he was trying to talk to me. I was like, "Bro, like we
You're a
never
prick.
fucked with each
Yeah.
other, man. Like why are you trying like just because it's like you got some nostalgia or something? Like fuck
Yeah,
off.
I
Like
know.
I don't give a fuck about you. Like
Yeah. It's
you know,
weird, right? It's weird that, like, it's strange. I think people who are assholes to you in like school or in your past, and then they see you again, it's just like they completely forget that they were like a prick to you for that entire time, but they're just like clinging on to that nostalgia and assuming
Yeah.
that they didn't do anything bad to you. It's crazy.
yeah, I
Fucking-
think it's. I think it reminds like because if they were a dickhead, like they were normally like I don't want to say like top dog, but if they were a dickhead in school,
Yeah,
they
they were.
tended to be top dog. Let's
Yeah,
be real. So
yeah.
these people see people they probably gave some shit to, and they're like, hey, how you doing? Like, and all this because it sort of reminds them of a time they was on top of the world, and they're doing whatever now, and they're probably not as happy as they were back then. So it's
One of the biggest things for me is that a lot of people are from my school, like automatically after they left sixth form, they all developed a London accent, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what? Like, I saw this guy in the market before. He was like, "Ayo, wagwan," and I was like, I say that as a joke, but he said it to me dead serious with a London accent. I was like, he had like a gold Cuban fake chain on. I was like, oh Jesus! I was like, bro, you live like in a not even in the county estate. You live in a nice house. Like you don't live in London. And he just talks with a London accent now, and it's like you don't need to do that. They're just fucking weird.
I think that's the thing as well. Like, I think I probably fell a bit victim to it when I first went to uni because I go to uni. I go to the University of Manchester, which is like technically the better one in Manchester, right? So it in my halls of residence in my first year, there was a lot of private school London boys in there. And like, I come from like a very working class background. Like, definitely didn't have a hard like I didn't have a hard life growing up, I guess, but it definitely wasn't easy at the same time. But like when I got into there, like I was trying to fit in with these kids because I was living with them, and I'm trying to hang out with them, I'm trying to smoke with them or whatever. And like I sort of was like, yo, this is like fake, it's so fake. Like let's just be me. And they also had like preconceptions of who I was going to be because like as soon as you say like like to a London person like you're from like Yorkshire or whatever, like oh you're northern, you're art, it's like nah bro. I'm not trying to find no one, I'm just out here like come on now. But like these people just expect it from you because like like everyone just sort of stereotypes everyone in it. So
yeah. Everybody judges a book by its cover, but they don't know what's going on.
Both of you guys have tattoos, and that actually that judge a book by its cover. Do you feel like people have treated you differently since you got tattoos?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Yeah, 100%, innit?
For sure, yeah.
Like, it's mad.
It's either, but I say judges in like judges is such a like a negative thing, but like as in judges in like they could positively look at it.
Yeah.
So I've had people that positively look like it. Like I've had people like comment about it. Like have anybody people come up to you and ask what your tattoos or like say that's a nice tattoo or some type of shit? Does anybody happen to you?
Yeah.
I had this girl say it to me and I was like, hell yeah. I was like, hell yeah.
That's way better than the person that commented
I
on
was-
mine. So.
I was in like what's that place called? What were they called again? Subway stations. Is that them? Where they have trains underneath the ground?
Tube.
Nah,
Like
but
the
it was in
underground.
It was in Toronto, like subway stations.
Oh right, so yeah.
Yeah, it was one of
Yeah.
them. And I was, and this girl was just like, "That's a really nice tattoo. Oh, that's a cute tattoo." And I was like, "Hell yeah!" She was paying, bro.
You didn't even try and get this.
I was
you
just
just giggled and went,
I-
"Hell yeah," and then got on your train and left.
Yeah, man. I was.
Most nervous
I
guy in the world.
actually have the maddest story. I have the maddest story, bro. But it's like, it's really peak. I don't know if I can actually tell it. Should I tell it anyway?
Yeah.
But it's like, you can't judge me from it though.
No.
This was when I lived in Toronto. I was going down from like the top station, one of the top stations, all the way to the bottom, like all the way down Toronto, from the north to the south. And there's like 14 stations, right? So it takes like a good like 20 to 30 minutes from point A to point B, right? And I needed to go all the way to the bottom, right? And I remember this girl, right? Saw this girl, it's like standing opposite me, right? And bro, okay. This is mad.
I don't like where this is going.
This is mad. I don't know why I'm saying this, but this is just funny, bro. I didn't know. So this girl, right, I didn't know, like, basically, right, she had some, right, it's gonna sound so mean now. I completely forgot the complete story of why I did in the first place. Now it sounds so bad. So this girl had self-harmed, right? And I could see it. She had like markings on her hand, like, right? This sounds deep, bro, but it gets worse. So, I saw them, and I was in a really depressive mood. I remember when I had to go back down, and I wanted to talk to this girl, but I ask her if she was okay, right? To be nice.
Okay.
But I didn't want to do it in front of everyone, because then everybody will notice, or everybody will look at it, and she probably doesn't want that. She probably didn't even want me saying it, but I obviously noticed it, and I wanted to ask if she was okay or whatever. So she gets off when I'm not meant to get off. And I'm like, fuck. So I get off.
Okay.
I get off the barrier. So that means when I have to go back on, I have to fucking pay. Right? And she is running. She's like running, bro. And I'm sprinting after this girl, right? And bro, my conversation with her was the fucking worst. So I bump in. I say, hey.
No, you ran after her.
I ran after. You can clearly see I'm fucking out of breath from like chasing after, and it just sounds so dumb. I bump into. I tap her, and I'm like, hey. I was like, you don't know me, but I was like on the subway or the train or whatever I said, and I noticed like the things on your arm, and then I was just like, I'm just asking if you were okay. And she was just like, yeah, I'm okay. And I was like, okay, do you wanna like talk about it? Are you good? Because that's bad. And she was just like, yeah. She reveals it. It's just fucking cat scratches, bro. It's literally just fucking cat scratches.
Dude.
And then the worst part, right? This is the worst part. Then I'm just like, oh damn. And now that I'm in this conversation, I was like, I'll try and get this girl's number, you know? Right?
Brilliant.
Right. So I'm just like, so I say to this girl, I was just like, I said to her, I was just like, oh, cool. I was like, I'm not from here. I'm from the UK. Trying to make some friends or something like that. And I was like, where are you going now? So I just blatantly ask her, where's she going? Right? I ask her where she's going, and she says she's going to school. I'm like, school? And I was like, oh. And then I'm like, I say, oh, I'm 22, by the way. And she goes, oh, I'm 16. I was like, okay, I did, bro. I was just like, no. I was just like, oh, okay. And then I was just like, okay, well, I was just making sure that you were okay. And then I just left. And then I had to pay to get on my train and go back down.
You know you are actually going to be like the subject of a Reddit post somewhere.
Where
this girl's like this weird guy,
Yeah.
weird British guy in Canada, like just ran off his
Oh, man,
train
it
and
was the
chased
worst,
me for like
bro.
half a mile.
Oh, man. It was
Jesus
really
Christ.
bad. It was...
Sorry, it cracked me up when you said it was cat scratches. That's fucking
Yeah, like she
hilarious.
pulls it down and it's blatant cat scratches. And I was just like, oh my god, no.
Have you ever had that page like there was there was an Alpha Spotted page like when I was younger. So like if you were part of the school and you got seen doing something, it was like I think they copied like a series. I think it's Gossip Girl or something.
Like a
It's
spot, like a confession sort of page, and that, like,
yeah, confession sort of page, and they put it up, and it was like no one knew about it. And I remember a load of the boys, like they all had girlfriends at the time, and they all got broken up with because they all got caught cheating on them, like all of them, and they all blasted. And I remember being like, "Holy fuck, that is hilarious!" Because there was photos of them just like getting off with another girl. Like I was like, "Oh shit, that was fucking bad." Did you ever hear anything like that, Liam? Like a spotted page?
Spotted page. Is that when somebody makes like a fake account under somebody else's
Yeah.
name?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that shit, bro.
Do you?
Yeah,
I
me.
didn't mean if you did it. I
Oh,
meant
oh
have
no.
you? Fucking hell.
Wait, what did you say? You broke up. What'd you say?
No, I said I didn't mean that you've done it. I wasn't asking if you've done it. I was
Oh.
asking if it done to you.
No.
Oh, right.
But I have made like a fake account, like under like a fake alias, like when I was in school.
alias.
Bro, do I say it wrong every time? How do I say it? How do you say it?
Alias.
Alias.
Because he's got like this weird like Toronto twang to
Sorry.
me. Like I don't know about you, but like I remember when I first listened to the podcast, I remember being like, yeah, he's got a bit of a. I remember a load of people were like, where's he from?
Yeah, it's fucking annoying, man. It's so stupid. So yeah, when I was in school, right? Me and my friends, we made we wanted. It sounds so childish. This was when I was like 14, like 13, 14, I think. We made we wanted to pretend that this girl was coming to our school, like a new girl was coming to our school, so we could get intel. So we could get like all the intel on like girls' gossip, bro. Right? So the name that we chose, and this is the full name, like you can even look on it on Facebook. It will be the only name with that name. Was Josie Nigtia Kilper Ramirez. Right, and we got this picture of a model, like this 14-year-old model that looked like a scene kid, and we put the relationship status as dating me on Facebook. And I remember this one kid, like from the school, messaged the girl and was like, "You can do so much better." And I saw it and I was like, "Yo, what?" And it was like this ginger kid, bro. And I was like, "You mad, bro? What?" Oh, he was a stumpy kid, bro.
Brandon, did you think you'd be talking about this kind of stuff on the first podcast you ever did when Liam made fake accounts and all that shit? Jesus
To
Christ.
be honest, knowing Liam, like I'm not actually that surprised, honestly.
Have you ever told Brandon what one of your rap names you thought about? Wasn't it Murray or what was it?
Worry.
The Home Alone, the Home Alone character.
Marvo, that's the one, bro.
Yeah.
That's the one, bro.
I like that.
Little fucking Marvo, bro. He's in the building.
Marvo, like, that's hype. That's hype as hell. Like, go on, man.
Hell yeah.
So what's your name? What's yours, Brandon? What do you go by?
So originally I've been releasing under like Mirage, but my plan is when I'm actually starting to drop on Spotify, I'm just going to drop under my name, which is like my name and my middle name, so it's going to be Brandon Mack, and that's just going to be what I go by because I think I'm still going to use Mirage as an alias, but probably just as like the producer tag. Just so like I'll have like so like and like it's just like gonna be an alias I use, you know, like because like it's sort of like I like the name, but like I really sort of just want it to be like me, you know what I mean? I don't feel like I need to have a name or anything like that because I'm at the end of the day when I first started rapping and why I deleted a lot of the songs on the Spotify was because you listen to all these rappers that inspire you and then you're sort of like you're trying to put your first raps together, aren't you? And you're like your bars
copy like their flow.
You sort of copy like their flow, their style,
thing,
and like you're saying stuff which has like no meaning for you at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So then like when I realized that, and it was like I realized that you can just sort of do like the people who are gonna be successful in music, and the people like that are people who are like creating their own sort of style, you know, and that's why people listen to them because they're like the ones making that style. So it was sort of like I sort of tried to I'm trying to cultivate my style right now, and that's why I want it just under my name. I don't want it to be like, oh, that's like sounds like Mirage, because like Mirage is nothing, you know. Anyone could be Mirage at the end of the day, but like no one's me.
No
Your
one's
brand
you.
of man.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a sick way
Are
to
you
do it.
happy where your style is right now? Then
What was that? Sorry.
are you happy like with your style, like what you've like got together now? Like,
Yeah,
do
yeah.
you have found a great like a basis to like what you're gonna build on now?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love like 90s hip hop, 80s hip hop. You know, I love like a proper old school beat like that as well. Like, and I love like trap music as well. And I love like loads of different genres. But for me personally, like, I feel like where my style is now, sort of like a lazy sort of flow sort of style. Like, it suits me. It suits me where I am right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
and
fair
it
to say.
suits,
That's fair to say, I
like,
think.
like it might change over
Because
time.
it's quite
Like,
obvious.
I think you just need to keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
yeah, that's the
just
thing.
keep
Like,
fucking going.
literally, just keep going, keep going.
Yeah, just
And
keep,
to be
keep
honest,
uploading.
I like because Liam knows about this, but obviously this is the first time meeting yourself. So, but like, I always in the back of my mind, right? So I've been playing video games all my life, but like since I've had a PC, since probably when I was 17, 18, I started playing League of Legends, and since then, right, I've always loved esports, and I've always thought, right, my goal
Oh,
was I
yeah.
never really wanted to play esports because I always thought like I always feel like if you've got to do something because it's your job, it no longer becomes fun. So video games obviously wouldn't be fun if it's esports, but I wanted to make it in esports because I always thought, oh, I'll get into esports because I'm like probably above average in video games. I'll grind a game, I'll get into esports, and then like after a year of doing esports, then I've got a platform to release my music. And that was how I always
Yeah.
saw it. But I sort of came to a realization the other week. I wasn't under the influence of anything because, as I've said, I don't smoke. But
No
Yeah,
chance.
nobody does here.
I
It's a
don't
sin.
smoke,
If you
but,
smoke, oh my god, you're disgusting.
who would smoke weed?
You're
but
either
we
3
can't
years
even
old
go-
or from America. Ew.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
dumb. But no, like I realized like there's no point in grinding a game to get to a point to release music because then it's like I'm never gonna make it in like esports because I don't ever want to do that. You know, like that's not really what I want to do with my time. Like, and I'd have been much better off spending all that time I put into grinding video games to go to esports and grinding music.
Yeah,
and, like,
you grinded video games as well. That's the thing. I remember you grind CS and then you've grinded Valorant and now you probably grinded
Apex.
Overwatch too. Oh, Apex too. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really grind Valorant. I grinded Valorant for like 3 days,
yeah,
and then I
for
was
like
like,
2
you
or
know
3
what,
days,
this
yeah.
is not what I want
It's-
to do. Like,
Yeah, Valorant's just I don't know. Fuck
you're just
Valorant.
sad because you're trash, dude.
No, I'm not,
It's
bro.
always-
I'm not,
it's
bro.
always-
Listen. I'm just inconsistent.
So who's the better?
Me,
or
bro.
does the
Me. Out of everyone, me.
Nah,
Me,
nah,
bro.
nah.
Okay. If we're being real,
Cap.
if we're being real, the best out of our group, it's gonna be Kieran
yeah, it's gonna be Kieran.
because I think he just has better aim. He just genuine and
Yeah.
he has a very good aim.
He's very good. He's a bot. He's a bot. Like when it comes to his aim,
Yeah.
like an aim bot, not like an actual bot.
If we genuinely had him and like a proper in-game leader, like doing strats and stuff, and we just had it would be nuts, bro. You'd play so good. But
Like,
that's
I'd say-
by the way, that's the guy I told you. Remember in the podcast I mentioned before, I was just like, if my friend grinded hard enough, he would be it. But Kieran doesn't want to do pro in esports.
Yeah, you don't want to do it.
Yeah, I told you, but we have a friend who is like a pro Overwatch player, but he's dog shit.
Yikes, dude! What
I'm kidding.
the
I'm kidding.
fuck?
I'm
How
kidding.
can him like
I'm
that?
kidding. He's
Like-
not. He's
Well, I
good.
mean,
He's good. I'm
right.
just joking, but he's a pro. But like, I remember thinking like, oh, fusions can do it. Like, surely anyone can. So I tried grind.
Well-
Did you ever try grind CS?
me.
Yeah.
You see, I a little, but like, so me and Ollie, you know Ollie, we
Yeah.
was gonna grind CS together as a team, and the summer we was proper grinding CS. It was actually the summer before I was supposed to go to uni. I was in a relationship with like a toxic girl, like.
Oh, we hate
really
them. Let's
bad,
talk
like,
about that. Fucking bitches.
And like,
We
basically,
hate,
like, no,
we hate
genuinely, like,
women. We hate women on this
like,
podcast. The three of us hate
I don't-
women.
I don't.
Theo
I'm good.
especially
I'm
hates
happy
women.
with that.
Theo hates them. Talks to me all the
Yeah.
time about it, man. Can't get over that.
Talks to me all the time.
Anyway, yeah, go on.
So like I would be at hers and I'd like be trying to go home to play CS, which is looking back, it's sort of sad, like going home to play a video game or whatever. But at the same time,
nah, it's
she'd
not.
be like,
Nah, never.
she'd be like, no, you can't leave. Like
Oh shit.
she'd be like she'd cry if I tried to leave her house and stuff. There'd be times where I'd be like stuck in her house for like 3-4 days, like in a row, and it'd be like,
Bro,
Oh,
I
Brandon,
mentioned
honestly, he
Theo.
doesn't
You want to
say that.
hear about from my friends are how snakes they are, bro? Brandon, should I tell them the story?
oh, bro, like
Should
I'm
I
sick
tell
of
you
this
this
story.
story?
Like, I'm muting myself for this story.
No, I
bro.
won't.
No, tell it. No, it's actually
Should
quite
I?
a good story.
It's
Yeah,
quite
yeah,
a
yeah.
funny story,
Let's
right?
add all of our
Right.
Discord.
I'm gonna
links
mention
will
every
post.
single one of them that baited me here too. I'm calling out every fucking one of them. They're all my friends too, right? Also, I thought.
Fake friends, but they ain't real ones, bro. Like they ain't.
I'm
real.
gonna be completely honest here, right? So when my ex broke up with me, right, I was devastated. It was the first time I felt like real breakup, and I came on Discord and I was crying to the boys. I was just like so upset, crying to them. I was on my knees, bro. We were playing golf with your friends, and I was just crying, right? And they all knew this, right? They all knew this, right? This is sick. This is sick, right? So one of my friends, his name is Cameron, right? I'm baiting him out. Cameron went through a period where he didn't like me anymore. Because he believed all of the things that my ex and her group was telling them. And
he's a simp.
He's a simp.
Like,
He's a proper
yeah.
simp. He had a girl that he liked in that group. He was simping for her. I don't blame him per se. I don't really blame him. A simp is somebody who just like just constantly compliments women and begs like for women, for them to notice them. And it's just
it's the new version of a nice guy. You know,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
like
yeah. So Cameron's a simp, but he's a cool simp. He admits it. So he was simping for this girl, bro, and he was still friends with our like original group of like my group of friends. And at the time, my ex is just saying the wildest shit about me, saying I did all of this stuff to her, and everybody knows that she is calling me like this type of person, right? Like, just insulting me. And so all of my friends think it's a great idea, right? Knowing everything, knowing every single thing that she said about me, I knew that I came crying to on this Discord on the boys, right? She and them decided that it would be a great idea for everybody to meet up at New Year's and not invite me, right? Right? And I was, bro... And I remember thinking at the time, I was just like, all my friends have snaked me. Every single one of them. So,
and you're friends with them now?
And they're going to watch this, and you're all pagans, bro.
You think they've got this far into the video, bro? They ain't real ones.
They snitch me all the time, bro. Pathetic.
Are you like legit friends with them or not?
No, I am. Yeah. It's calm now, but this was like 2 years ago. I only really realized it like a few days ago, but it's fun. It's funny. It's funny.
About it a lot in the last couple of days. Like.
It's funny. It's funny because I know it makes people feel bad, and I like that.
I love it as well because I just wasn't involved. So
yeah. Brandon's calm. Brandon's calm. He was not involved. So yeah, it's great. It's great when it's just to kick people when they're down, you know.
They're awful people.
Yeah, but they're great awful people.
I love their justification for it as well. Because it was like,
that?
they're like, well, no, like Ben was like, oh, well, Cameron didn't like you, and I'm Cameron's mate, so I'm not going to say no, am I?
Yeah.
It's like, what? That makes
so
no
stupid.
sense.
Everybody just baited me.
How old were they at the time?
Like, I don't know.
How old was you, Liam, and Takeaway 2? Because you're an old man.
Oh, it must have been 21.
So they were like 18,
No,
19.
yeah, I was 21. Yeah. Kind of people.
Wait, Brandon, how old are you?
I'm 20. I'm 22. I'm 22. So I'm the year below
22.
you guys, I believe.
Oh no, wait, Liam, how old are you? 24 or 23?
24, fam! Fam! Are you mad? What? This
You're
isn't a joke.
23.
This isn't. No. You're saying that's a joke, right?
How old are you?
I'm 22, bro. I'm 22.
Are you
24.
22?
24, man. 20 fucking 4, bro.
I'm 21, I am, so.
Oh, you fair.
That's insulting.
I assumed you guys were in the same year at school for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, no, we're not.
Do you just know each other? From
I'm much more.
No, I used to hate Theo.
Yeah.
I used to hate him so much.
And, we didn't like each other.
Yeah,
Like,
Well,
I hate him.
that's best friendships, though, isn't it? Like when you hate
That's-
someone.
yeah.
At first,
Yeah, that may.
We like. Well, no, because we became friends through music. Like we've said this before, we've said it on the podcast before. But I suggested an artist to him. I can't remember who it was.
It was Little
Who was
Skies.
Yeah, Little Skies. And you remember I remember telling you about him, and you were like, "Oh, he's sick." And then you were like, "Oh, I listened to this person, this person." It was like that was like how we became like close. And like that's how we were friends
Yeah.
more than anything.
But I didn't like you. Didn't like you at
Think
all.
you're,
I
think you're
just
the
did.
best.
Like you were just didn't do your work, mate. You were always late. You dressed up for Halloween and nobody else did. Shocking.
That's the
To
most
be honest,
embarrassing things that's ever happened.
yikes.
That was so bad. I in full attire. I painted my face. Like I got up at like 5:30 in the morning to do it because everyone else in work was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna dress up. We're gonna, don't worry." Like they were doing a group chat, sending and stuff like that. I was like, "Oh, I've got this locked." I fucking love Halloween. I turn up on fucking Halloween. I look around the corner. I got a baseball bat. I'm in full black attire, and nobody else is dressed up. And I was like,
Yeah,
"Oh
it was
fuck!" And
shocking.
all the boys like they were pissing themselves. I remember I had to sit there for 7.5 hours while I was on the phone talking to fucking solicitors. So embarrassing. My stepfather pissed himself when he walked past me.
Yeah, it was good
Yeah.
times. That was like 4 years ago.
In my
Yeah.
in my internship last summer, so they had like shit shirt Fridays, which was like for the last like for payday on the month, it was like supposed to be a shit shirt, right?
Right.
Yeah.
They changed it this week, and they hadn't told me, and it was because it was so warm, it was like you was allowed to wear people were wearing shorts, right? So I come in on like this
Yeah.
shorts Friday, which was the payday, like with a shit shirt on, expecting everyone to have like shit shirts and that. I'm walking in with this shit shirt. I look around and everyone's just wearing shorts, and I'm just like, nah, like come on now. And like on the Fridays is when they have like the big team meetings, and I was at Tesco, and it was like I was in the supply chain, so it's all like analysts and that, and they had this huge team meeting with all these analysts in. And I remember walking in as an intern with this shit shirt on, and I was sat, and like the only seats left were like the front 2 rows. So I'm sat in front of everyone wearing this shit shirt, and everyone's just looking at me. I'm just feeling like the biggest knobhead in the world.
That is not ideal. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, man.
Right. Well, is there anything else that we really want to talk about? Anything else you want to say, Brandon?
Nah, not really.
Do you have anybody to
actually.
bait out?
Anyone to bait out? Nah,
Yeah.
not even, bro. Like it's positive vibes. Positive vibes.
Don't you hate Jewish people though? You said to me
Oh,
before we
jeez.
started rolling that you hate
Yikes,
Jewish
dude!
people.
Like what the fuck? No, of course not. What the fuck?
I'm joking.
can't take it there.
I'm obviously
Every
fucking
time.
joking. I'm joking, obviously.
I hope there's someone who's like, "Oh, I hope he wasn't serious."
Ah, you know, God, no, I'm joking.
I'd love this to be like, and you know what? The dream would be 5 years time. I've got somewhere in music, right? And like some fan like fucking finds this out from like 5 years ago, and then they
Yeah.
like watch the full thing, and then like you said that, and then they're like, oh shit, man, like this guy's an
That's it,
anti-Semite, and then this
yeah.
whole profile gets built against me. all
Brandon
because of
does
that
not hate
throwaway comment
Jews.
from you.
He does not hate Jews. I swear to God. Theo, on the other hand, I don't know about
My
that.
friend.
Yeah. Anyway, and tell me what's your socials?
My socials.
Yeah.
Shit. I don't have socials at the
Damn,
moment,
bro, he's
Like,
one of
like,
them.
like, yeah, bro.
Oh,
Like,
hey, what else is good?
Yo, come back on when you're like big and famous though.
yeah, definitely. Of course, bro. Like, yeah,
Then we'll have your
definitely.
socials.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Safe.
Like this is like this for you guys. This is gonna be like in the archives, not
Yeah.
archives, like archives, and then like, yeah, I'll come back in like 20 years time when I've got the tiniest bit of clout. Like none of us have hair at that point. That's the vibe.
Yeah,
That's
true.
the idea.
We're all wearing hats right
I'll
now.
still-
I don't even know. Wait, I'm saying this like I don't even know if Theo's got a fucked hairline. I know you do, Leo. I know you're like in the crew with me. So
Listen,
come
listen,
on, man.
listen.
Like, allow it. Like,
Yeah, come on.
In 20 years' time, we're all gonna have really bad hairlines. I'm still gonna be baiting out my ex. You're gonna have a tiny bit
Yeah.
of clout. That'll be great.
That's the dream. Just the tiniest bit. I wouldn't want to be famous though. You know, like proper famous. I don't think.
Ah.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. You know, like
Yeah.
like having a
Recognition.
Like, recognition. Yeah, like I wouldn't ever want to be one of those people where like paparazzi are trying to take pictures of you, and you know, I'd never want to get to
Would you
that
take
level.
fame over money?
Nah,
You would choose money over fame.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Definitely. Every
Even I would.
time.
I know it's nasty, but yeah.
Fair enough. I think that's fair. Yeah.
Like, and to be
Well,
honest, I'd rather focus on, like, in terms of music, I'd rather focus on making something I really care about than like pursuing money or fame than either of those two. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so but if I had to choose between money or fame, definitely money. Like, no,
Yeah.
really, no one really wants to have to spend their life like justifying every single action they do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, nah,
Yeah.
that's
Fair enough.
not the one.
All right. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for having me, guys.
No problem, mate.
Not genuine.
I know this is a
So
really
if
big thing. I know it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. I know.
Yeah.
Bro, like, I've been trying to get on this podcast for months, bro, and you keep like hitting me back like, nah, bro. And it wasn't until like I started spamming music, you was like, yo, this guy
Because
might
that's
blow on the
something,
slide.
bro.
No, bro, you was like on the slide, you're thinking, in case this guy blows, I want to get him on first so I can
Oh
say
my
I
God,
made
that's
it,
just
bro.
not
Like,
true.
I know you, bro. Like, come on.
Listen, I don't know what you're talking
Jesus
about.
Christ,
I don't know
dude.
nothing.
You're getting baited out for a change.
Huh?
You're getting baited out for a change. Like, fuck.
No. Anyway,
No, wait, what's your SoundCloud then? So people can listen to music now then.
So my SoundCloud is is it com? Yeah, soundcloud.com/Mirage hip hop at the moment. But yeah, so that's really rough stuff. So if anyone's listening to that and thinks, yeah, this sounds like trash, it's like, yeah, it probably is.
it's just
like,
your demos, though.
it's, yeah, they're all demos. Like, I honestly, like, the thing is right now, like, when I record a song, I'm thinking, yeah, that's fire. But then it's like when I'm trying to currently, like, where I want it to be, where it sounds in my head and where it sounds where I want it to be isn't what's coming out right now, because I'm not good enough at like the production side of it, like the
No, I get that.
equalization, the reverb, all that sort of
Tuning
stuff.
your
I'm
vocals
still
and
figuring
stuff.
out. Yeah. Still figuring all that out. So
Yeah.
it's really rough right now, but there's a couple of songs on there which I think are actually decent, to be fair, especially for demos. But there's a couple which I'm like, yeah,
So-
that's hot trash, like, and I know it is.
Yeah, check it out. If you don't, you're a prick. And thanks for
Yeah.
watching. Bye.
Follow us on
Oh, yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah, that too.
Every time, Liam, bro. Come on.
Yeah, that too.
Bro, you guys are gonna be the first people I follow on Instagram when I get Instagram back. That's
Oh, hell
actually no,
yeah.
second.
That's
second,
on that
second,
gang.
Second. It's gotta be second.
Okay, that's fine. Number 2
Because
is my
my
favorite
girlfriend
number.
would take like my like.
Oh,
full
again,
stop
bringing
of
up
what is that.
girlfriends again, bro.
Just because you can't get one, bro.
Ooh,
Okay,
shit.
we're ending it now.